The beautiful part about working with Simon is that he understands that all of the women are higher level mutants than all the men. So when it comes to us always saving the guys, it's really true. The women are just more powerful. It's not a girl power kind of thing. It's the reality of the situation.
We need you. I need you.
I've got your back.
Alex is a really powerful, really assured actress and human being, and so she brought that kind of strength to Storm, and we've sensed that potential in her in Apocalypse, but that story was telling so many different stories of so many main characters. There wasn't a lot of space for Storm to really come into her power, and I really wanted in this film to give her finally a big stage in which to express her powers, because I think the fans have been wanting that for many movies now.
She's a superb actress and an incredible character in the X-Men world. And in this final fight, getting to see her really rise to the occasion in ways that I haven't seen her before was really great.
For Storm, it's her trying to save her sister. That's her best friend. Trying to be there for your friend who also is hurting people. It's a weird place to be at, but at the same time, there's a division because she wants to protect people. And Storm really is a very loyal caretaker type of person.
She seem okay to you?
For someone who's just been hit with solar flares, I'd say she's doing pretty good.
Thanks.
The way that I came at this was dealing with someone who has addiction and knowing that like addiction, it's a disease and they can't control it. And kind of coming to terms with being there for them, but knowing that they're so destructive and self-destructive as well.
Sometimes you want to believe people are something that they are not. And then by the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
Hello, Jean.
Who are you?
The better question is, who are you?
Jessica plays a character who has been tracking and following this force through the galaxy. Vuk comes into the story first, almost in a mysterious way. When we first started talking about Jessica for the movie, honestly, I thought it was a pipe dream. So the idea that we actually got her into the movie and got to work with her was really fantastic.
And they're not afraid of me.
The only person here afraid of your power is you.
What was really important to me, and it's usually for every movie that I make, it's the team that I'm going to be working with. And to be on a set with all these incredible people, to be a part of this spectacle, and to watch Simon in his directorial debut, it's a great joy.
They can't begin to comprehend what you are, even your X-Men.
Because it is such a character-driven franchise, we need the actors to be able to play real drama. And this movie, to me, more than any other one, necessitated that level of acting. And the only really new major addition to the cast was this alien character, Vuk. And I immediately thought of Jessica.
She's an amazing actress, got a great sense of humor, great work ethic. She's studious, like she wants to study. Do you know what I mean? She's like almost like an academic as an actor. And she's approaching this role, this bad guy role, which would be very easy to come in and be like, wah, ah, 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 which is how I would do it. And she's approaching it with the same level of academia and studiousness and in-depth thought that she always has, really.
Look into my eyes. Let me show you who you really are.
There's something about Jess that is extraordinarily powerful. She's so meticulous. There's so much thought that goes into every moment that she's in the movie, and then once she's actually acting it, it looks and feels effortless because she's put in the preparation.
When Simon and I first talked about this character, I had this idea of seeing the character more as someone that was emotionally removed from the outcome of what happened. She's 1,000 times smarter than anyone on this planet, and I had this idea of playing her like the vet that tells you that they're gonna put your dog to sleep. They're coming from an educated point of view, and if you fight that, then she can see that as a way of being selfish.
This truly is an unfortunate development.
Why is that?
Because it's so much easier to understand your language when you're not screaming.
I was so, I can't even tell you how nervous I was to meet Jessica and work with her. I think she's incredible. To work with her has been amazing. She's really giving. She's taken me under her wing a bit, which I really appreciate, and she's really inspiring to me.
I told you they could never understand you. And what they don't understand, they fear. And what they fear, they seek to destroy.
My neighbor? Oh my God, if my neighbor ever sees this, it's gonna be bad news. I don't think he knows I have this up. And it's like 8 a.m. right now. If you can hear this, it's not good. It's a joy when you can just go to work with people you enjoy to work with and are really good people.
For people that know the Dark Phoenix story, they know that the relationship between Scott and Jean is very central to that story. And so there's an emotional complexity that's necessary for that character. It's a kind of complexity that I don't know that we've really explored for Scott in these films before.
I can't stop it. Okay, I could hurt you again.
I'll take that chance.
What we wanted to try to accomplish was just infinite love for someone and the repercussions of that when someone doesn't love you back or if someone changes and someone becomes someone who they're not.
Just come back to me. Remember, you said you'd always come back to me.
He approached it the way I was asking all of the actors to approach it. He approached it from the most emotionally true and dramatic standpoint, and he's just really powerful in the film.
Jean lost control. She's still our friend.
Ty is one of the best actors I really have ever worked with. He's so giving, and he grew up kind of doing independent movies, and so he has this way about him that is very real and very intimate, and he makes me feel very comfortable doing all of those very intense scenes.
Let's go.
I've said to everybody from the beginning, be radical. When I met with Michael Fassbender, I said, don't act like you're Ian McKellen in the original movies. Act like you're Michael Fassbender in a Steve McQueen movie. I said to Jennifer, don't act like you have to be like you were in the previous 3 movies. Act like you're in a David O. Russell movie. James McAvoy, I said, act like you're in a British drama.
Something's happening to her, Raven. She's changing.
And what?
I don't know. We expose some of his flaws in this film. Charles's MO is not to give up on people, and that's part of his own ego as well. One of the main flaws we highlight in this film is his own ego.
Charles and his X-Men are where we turn when facing our worst fears.
A guy who is enjoying the acclaim, the magazine covers, essentially the celebrity of being Professor Xavier, leader and hero of the X-Men. And James really performed it that way as well, with this hubris.
Some of you choose to call us superheroes, but it is a damn sight better than what you used to call us.
James always brings a lot. He's an incredibly smart and thoughtful storyteller, in addition to being what I think is one of the best actors working today.
His ego won't let him give up on somebody because he believes he's got this slight messiah complex, I think, where he feels like he can save everybody.
What did you do to her, Charles?
I saved her.
And looking at the nature of the relationship his character has to Jean Grey, that we found ourselves wanting to lean more deeply into his responsibility and explore the idea that maybe Charles was wrong. Maybe he is more responsible than he thought for what has happened to his family.
You are not broken.
I love working with James. I love what he has done with Charles. In this film especially, because Professor X just really feels like he knows what is best for everyone. He doesn't allow, especially the X-Men, the dignity of their process, and he creates their process for them. And I think that is the little nook at which everything has started to fall apart.
It's part of what James really grabbed onto and I think wanted to explore more fully in this. And it's part of what grounds and enriches the emotional storytelling, I think.
What did you do?
I protected her.
From the truth.